Hi everyone, I'm Rosianna and I just finished watching the very first episode of the 6th series of Doctor Who, The Impossible Astronaut, and I thought it was an absolutely bloody fantastic episode. I loved it. Firstly, visually beautiful. Filming in America with these kind of huge expanses in Utah and the Salt Lakes, and just visually it was just so beautifully done. I also thought that Matt Smith, you know how he has very kind of old, wise eyes? I think that's even more apparent now. And I think they did a very good job of making his 1,000-plus-year-old self look even older and look even more harrowed. And that was quite remarkable. I like that they didn't start straight away by going, oh, we just came off the last episode. So it's nice that there's been a break where Amy and Rory have the chance to kind of live together and like be a couple for a while. And then there was River Song, who I didn't like, but you know, she was written well in the episode, but I just don't find her character interesting, and I don't find any character who tells me to like them interesting. And I don't find the dialogue about her and the Doctor to be particularly interesting, although the one thing I did like was the bit that they talked about them going in two opposite directions. But I'm not sure that I liked I Think It Will Kill Me. I think it could have been better, personally, but I think with River Song, I want so much more from her character, and I want to like her a lot more. And I always find myself up against the same walls of not liking her, and it's sad because I did love this episode, and I did think that the dynamic otherwise was great. This episode also reminded me a lot of Men in Black, the film that I watched a lot when I was younger, when I was growing up. The loss of memory, the men in suits and everything, the typical alien face as well. It was great, except they were really scary. When the shot zooms in close to their face and like it's all just like tight and the skin is taut against their alien skulls, I thought that was really, really well done. The last shot as well of Amy shooting the child was very good. The expression on her face when she realises what she's done. Having just alluded to my dislike for River Song, I have to say I really love that line when they're talking about Richard Nixon and she calls the Doctor hippie and he says archaeologist. And I just thought that was very funny. So, lol. Richard Nixon, actor, very good, very convincing, I thought. All in all, I think the story was strong and I think it was well done, and I think having to hide something from the Doctor must be the worst thing in the entire world, especially for him, you know, and him having to trust other people is difficult when it comes to them knowing something about what happens to you, but I suppose he's done that for a while now. I love the envelopes in the TARDIS blue, and it makes me want to throw some kind of party with those envelopes, with invitations coming in those envelopes, because they're just so, the TARDIS blue is just so lovely, and the numbers on the back, and it was just, that was all very well done. I can't think what else to say, but I loved it. I really loved it. I'm excited for next week because it also looks like it will continue the very visually cinematic train of thought. I also really like that they put the in memory of Elizabeth Sladen at the beginning of the episode rather than at the end, because I think that was the best placement for it. And that's obviously extremely sad. There was a CBBC tribute to Elizabeth Sladen. It was on YouTube for a bit and I did tweet about it, but I think it's been taken down now, but it might be put up by a different YouTube channel later. But yeah, that was beautiful. It's about 12 minutes and you can see Russell T Davies and Katie Manning and David Tennant and John Barrowman and Matt Smith and the kids who worked on Sarah Jane Adventures as well. Like, they're all just talking about working with Elizabeth Sladen, and there's lots of clips, and it was beautiful. It was a really lovely tribute, so check that out as well. And I will be back next week with more reviews. So that was Doctor Who, The Impossible Astronaut. Let me know what you think, what you thought, what you liked, what you didn't like in the box below. Did anyone else want them to run into any of the characters from West Wing? Because I know it's like chronologically out of sync, but I think that would have been really cool. Can you imagine if Aaron Sorkin had written that episode of Doctor Who? That'd been so cool. Next time there is a story involving a president in Doctor Who, Aaron Sorkin has to write that episode. I'm asking for very little right there. Bye guys. Allons-y, Alonso. Yes, we're still doing that.